Yo, what's up, everybody? Joseph here. I'm an animator. I'm making a comic called Slaughter Squad, and about to relaunch this campaign. Uh, End of this month. Is it May already? Yeah, it's freaking May already. Uh, Sign up, and you'll get a trading card. It's gonna be awesome. Look at this. Boom. Uh, Anyways, today I was gonna talk about how I got into animation. Um, it's kind of well, I never planned on getting into animation. The interesting thing is, I when I was in high school, I was getting, towards the end of high school, getting ready to graduate. Uh, I started to think, maybe comics. Maybe I'll get into comics, something to do with art. So when I was growing up, I was always into drawing. Uh, I was just drawing all the time. I was drawing in class. I was getting in trouble all the time. Uh, my grades weren't great. I wasn't a good student. I just like to draw a lot, and I like reading comics, I like watching cartoons, I like playing video games. Um, so yeah, senior year, I was like, maybe I can try and get into comics somehow. I had no idea how, but that's what I was thinking. And then one day, well, there's recruiters coming by all the time, and there was a recruiter from an art school, and they said, "Hey, why don't you try animation? Come take a tour of the campus." I was like, "Sure, okay." It was the Art Institute of Los Angeles in Santa Monica, and yeah, it was weird. I took the tour, and it looked kind of cool, and uh, yeah, I went for it. Yeah, I went there with my mom. She didn't really know what was going on. They signed us up for all these loans, and then it's like, oh, okay, I don't really understand any of this. I'll just sign on. Uh, and then yeah, I went to the art institute. Didn't have a great experience. It wasn't. I'm pretty jaded when it comes to college, art schools in particular, but yeah, there was one class where I had an instructor who he made a recording on. It was like a YouTube video, and he just put on the video and walked out the class. And he apparently he was doing freelance work while he was teaching. But yeah, I was like, why am I paying all this money for this? I could just look this up on YouTube. Uh, yeah, and I had another class where it was going too slow, so I was looking up tutorials and things online, and then I would come into class on Monday and show off, the work that I did, and the instructor was like, "Hey, I didn't teach you that. Where'd you learn how to do that?" So I don't think I think art school is stupid and a waste of time. But I made it through. I got through it. The uh, the They had a career development department, and they were pretty good. Like they hooked me up with my first job. It was this company called Uwink. That was in 2008. They It was the son of the guy who made Atari, Bushnell. What's his name? Bushnell. He made a company. It was sort of like a touchscreen ordering system, and then it also had games that you could play while you wait for your food. But it was kind of weird because like I mean, if you're eating, it's gonna get all greasy, and you don't want to. I don't know why. If you're hanging out with your friends having dinner, why would you want to have this big touch screen in the middle of the table blocking your view? You can't see the guy across from you. I don't know, it was a weird. I mean, it failed. That venture went under. I think he went on to do something else. He's got some other new startup now. But anyways, they hooked me up with my first job, and then from there, yeah, the rest was history. I landed a job at um, this Nickelodeon show called Brain Surge. And it was a game show, and they were kind of trying to bring back the kind of old school um, Nickelodeon stuff where they were like sliming people, and it was like an obstacle course. But there was animation, so they had like a little animation team, and we made some crappy little animations. And then yeah, I worked on a whole bunch of crap. Uh, I worked on that show Brickleberry. I worked on Brickleberry. Then that show got canceled. Then I worked on Animals. That was on HBO. I worked on Harmonquest. That went straight to streaming. And then I worked on Rick and Morty. I worked on season 3 of Rick and Morty. And then where did I go? I went to work on Final Space, which was kind of funny because it was like kind of felt like a ripoff of Rick and Morty. Not really. It's pretty different. That's an okay show, I guess. And then yeah. So I've been doing this shit for 12 years. Yeah, I don't think you really need. You don't need to go to art school to get into animation. Pretty much everything you need to learn, you can. If you really want to get into animation, you can learn it all on online. You know, you go on YouTube, you go on some forums, you download some free trial, some software maybe. There's lots of programs that you can use, lots of resources out there. So, problem is, you know, everything. If you're in the U.S., everything's outsourced. So animation jobs are pretty scarce, and it's all contract basis. It's you know, you might get a contract for 3 to 6 months, and then you're on your own. Most animators are on unemployment benefits for, you know, months at a time between jobs. So it's rough. It's rough. It's a rough gig. It's not so bad if you're a single young guy, but if you've got a family, you got people depending on you, it's hard. It's stressful. But yeah, it's a tough racket. But there's some good times. There's some fun. And yeah, I learned some things. I haven't done too much on the development side. I've pitched a few things, had a few meetings with producers and stuff, but everything I hear about development just kind of turns me off. Like development hell. I'm not too crazy about it, and that's part of the reason why I'm doing comics, because I can just put it out there and let the people decide, and I don't have to deal with producers and studios and stuff. Like, well, hopefully the idea is good. That's why, yeah, I hope people like Slaughter Squad. I hope it's cool. I hope people buy it, because it's fun for me. I love working on it, and it'd be great if I could make more of it. And you know, maybe after I do the whole thing, maybe the animation studios, producers, and stuff, they'll be coming to me. Wouldn't that be nice? Wouldn't that be something? Alright, well, that's pretty much it. That's how I got into animation. And yeah, check out Slaughter Squad. Peace out, everybody.